My name's Mr. Colburn, and welcome to U.S. Government in the CRVA. My job is to help you get through this, so if you have any questions, make sure you contact me right away. I'm really good at answering email. I have my email up most of the time. I'll try to get to you as soon as I can if you have questions or problems. So my purpose for this video is to kind of take you through how the beginnings of the U.S. government system work and how this particular course works in the WEN Buzz system, which is what you're going to use. So when you sign on, you should see this. Notice this is my dashboard once you log in. I have two classes right now as a student for a test. So I have U.S. Government and AP U.S. History. So we're going to go into U.S. Government. So you just hit launch, and it's going to take you into that particular class. All right, U.S. Government. Right here, I'll click on again. And U.S. government, you can see, is done by modules. Okay, at the top, you'll have the last visited activity, so you can pick up right where you left off. In this particular case, we're going to start from the beginning with Module 1. So there's a module study guide. You can put things in there to help you get ready to study for the tests and quizzes, but there's nothing in there right now. So we're going to start with the first assignment, the first activity that you need to complete, which is the history of government. So I just click on that, and it's going to open up this module, part of Module 1. All right, it starts with some objectives and skills, and then some keywords. Those are words that you should probably write down and define if you don't know what they are. If you know what they are, you don't need to do that. But if you don't know what they are, you should write them down and define them, because they are going to be important for you to understand as you go through. As you go through each particular part of the module, it basically sets up as a slideshow, and you can advance through the slides in a couple different ways. The first one is right here, so you can see there's 11 slides in this particular one. So if I just hit the arrow, it's going to bring me to the second slide. All right, it's going to have some information. In this particular case, there's a video for you to watch. All right, and a question down at the bottom that you can try to answer. All right, the questions at the bottoms of each of these slides are not graded. They're just for you to make sure that you understand what you're talking about. All right, it is important that you take notes on these. All right, I will not be checking your notes. However, if when you take a quiz or a test you do poorly, all right, you can retake it only if you send me your notes. Right now it's set up so that you can only teach each quiz and test once. Retakes are possible, but you have to show me that you've taken notes. So if you send me your notes, then I'll look at those, and then I will allow you to do retakes on the quizzes and tests. Okay, the other place you can advance through is down here in the bottom where it just says next. Okay, so you click through. Okay, make sure you're staying on the slides. All right, if you look down here, now there's three different things that you need to go through. Okay, make sure that you go through these and read them, and again, take notes. All right, remember, just because it's a different color doesn't mean you don't have to do it. All right, again, oftentimes you'll see little quizzes like this. All right, this particular one you just drag up here. So you see I got that one right. You can see the green check mark. All right, I can hit next. Drag this one here. You can see I got that one wrong. So it'll tell you what you get right and what you get wrong. Again, these are just for you to make sure that you understand the material. And then you click on next. Okay, it's really important you don't click on next activity. That's going to jump you forward, all right? And in this particular course, you have to complete each activity at the beginning before they'll let you jump forward, all right? So if you jump forward, it's just going to say you can't do this until you complete the activity before, all right? So I'm going to go through. I would keep going through all of these, all right, taking my notes, all right, and continue to go through them all like this. All right, keep hitting next. I'm on 5, 6, so on and so forth. All right, once I'm done with all of these, you'll see that it'll mark this activity as complete. All right, then you can go to the next activity. Okay, the next activity is the forms of government. It looks very similar to the last one, and again, we'll run through all of these real quick. I'm not going to go through each one. But this is how you go through the course. Reading, taking notes, all right? And then you'll see that the next activity after this one, when I'm done, I get to the 10th slide, okay? I go to next activity, and now I get a quiz, okay? In this particular case, you can see I already tried this quiz once, all right? But I set it up so I turned in my notes so I can retake it. So I hit retake, and I just go through and I take the quiz. All right. You can just go through, take the quiz. Notice there's only 4 questions in this particular quiz. All right. So I can just kind of keep going through and answering these questions. All right. And at the end, it'll say, yep, you answered all the questions. Good job. You want to make sure that you always hit submit. So I'm going to submit all answers. It'll ask me, do I want to submit? And I do. Okay. Then it'll show you what you get right. In this particular case, I did well. I got 100%. Okay. Then I just close it and I move on to the next activity. All right. That's how we go through our class. All right. If you have any questions, make sure that you ask. Okay. Couple other important things to notice. Notice back on this page. All right. Notice they have check marks next to what you have done. Okay. I've gone through most of the first unit. All right. So you have these check marks. These 3 lines are important too. Over here, you can look at your grades. All right. So that's an important thing to keep track of, obviously. All right. This is the other real important thing, which is your calendar. So if I click on my calendar, it will show me what is due on each particular day. All right, for U.S. government, your assignments will be due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So you have the week to work on them. All right, you fill them out and you do that. Now notice that this has both my classes and what's due. So in this particular case, these first 3 assignments are AP US History classes, and these last 3 are government classes. All right, so this is going to have everything that you have due on a particular day. Notice that sometimes you have 3. So in this particular the first week, we have 3 assignments due for government on September 13th. All right, and then we get into September 20th. Notice we have a lot more due. Okay, in this particular case, we have 7. Okay, most of these are going to be little quizzes, all right, but there are an assignments. For example, in this particular case, we have a critique the critique assignment, all right. In those particular cases, when you're doing a critique the critique assignment, all right, you're going to get a worksheet. So you'll see you need to complete a worksheet. It's right here. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to take me to here, all right. And this is the worksheet that you want to do, all right. This is the activity that you want to do. All right, now this is really important. Here's your worksheet that you need to fill out, okay? You could type right in it. That's great. But in the end then, I need to make sure that I download the edited version because that's going to have your answers. I download that particular thing. In this case, I'm going to download it to my desktop. All right. And then when I go back to the assignment, you'll see it says submission, okay? I can attach something to this. I could cut and paste into here if I wanted, all right? But I would just submit that here then. Okay, you see it, I've already submitted an assignment as I was going through and testing it. All right, then I will get that, I will grade that, and return that to you. Okay? That's how we go through the first few units of government. If you have any questions, email me as soon as you can. I'm excited to get started and happy to help you through this journey as a virtual student.